Hello, beautiful people. It's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're back again with another video, and this is about Teyana Taylor, Aaron Pierre, and her ex Iman Shumpert. We're gonna check this together. This is for Miss T, and all of your thoughts and your contribution at the end of the video. Let's dive right in.
Oh, okay, so it looks like Iman Shumpert is not here for Teyana's new relationship with actor Aaron Pierre because he has been crashing out big time since Aaron and Teyana made their relationship official. Well, Aaron and Teyana are the new it couple in Hollywood, and Iman is crashing out over it. So in case y'all missed the insanity that went down during Iman and Teyana's divorce back in 2023, it was crazy. It was a hot-sticking mess. Iman did Teyana dirty during the divorce proceedings, tried to get full custody of their kids, and tried to get everything back that he gave her during their relationship and marriage, and cheated on her with so many women that we lost count of. It was a hot mess. But now that Teyana is finally moving on with a new man, well, as expected, Iman is jelly. And there are new reports that he is trying to take the kids away from her out of spite and to punish her. Y'all, this is about to be a hot mess, so let's break it down because it's insane. Now, Teyana Taylor officially filed for divorce from Iman in 2023. And at first, she did her best to keep things looking peaceful. She assured everybody that their split was mutual, just a case of two people growing apart. But that carefully crafted image didn't last long. The moment the legal battle began, it all hell broke loose. If there was a way for things to go left, they did. And honestly, most of the chaos pointed right back to Iman. He wasted no time flipping the narrative and making Teyana out to look like the bad guy. One of his first moves, asking the court to force her to return every single gift he had ever given her for their decade together. We're talking about everything, from jewelry to a whole condo he once bought her. The level of pettiness was off the charts, but he didn't stop there. As if demanding his gifts back wasn't extreme enough, he also tried to claim a share of the royalties from her music, specifically projects that she released before they even crossed paths. Typically,
But again, I just want to say it out or say something about this because I don't believe Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre are in a relationship, like they're dating. I don't believe that. For me, I believe that maybe they're friends or just Hollywood friends, maybe mutual friends. But I don't believe they're in a relationship. And even if they are in a relationship, if they come to share that they're in a relationship, fine, we believe it. But if they don't still share that they're in a relationship, they want to keep it private whatsoever, I think that also works. And if they ever are in a relationship, let us give them the peace to enjoy and be present in their relationship. How about that? And yeah, sometimes the ex may also want to come in the picture, or maybe just want to be jealous whatsoever, which is not uncommon, especially in Hollywood, because a celebrity going to date someone, another celebrity, of course, the ex is going to be jealous, right? And will realize what they've lost. But I don't think Tayana and Iman are in a relation. Tayana and Aaron are in a relationship. I don't believe that. What do you think?
divorce settlements only deal with assets acquired during the marriage. So him going after her earnings that she made long before he was even in the picture is beyond ridiculous. It's giving brokey. But if you thought that this was messy, just wait. It gets even worse, because Iman actually went to court trying to lower his child support payments. Again, brokey. At the same time, he was already paying only $8,000 a month for their daughters, Rue and Junie, which came out to around $4,000 per child. Now, sure, that might be a hefty amount for some, but for someone in the celebrity world, it's actually on the very low end. And yet, despite all that, Iman still had the nerve to ask the judge to reduce it. Well, Teyana must have seen this move coming a mile away, because her legal team showed up strong and ready. They came armed with receipts, proving that Iman was out here spending way more than $8,000 a month on himself without a second thought. Basically, that child support payment wasn't putting a dent in his finances, and he just didn't want to pay it. Well, Iman tried to claim that he deserved to pay less because he earns way less than Teyana makes, claiming that Teyana's gross monthly income before taxes is $93,885, nearly double the $47,981 he says he brings home every month. Because of the difference in their income, he argued that he shouldn't have to pay so much and that $8,000 was just too extreme. But like I said, Teyana's lawyers came armed with receipts, proving that Iman spends lavishly on himself, spending more than $100,000 a month to fund his lavish lifestyle. But according to court documents, Iman spends $112,500 total per month. This includes over $14,000 per month on eating out, over $14,000 per month on his podcast, and over $6,000 per month on his video music production.
Of course, they are celebrities, so they are used to this glamorous lifestyle and whatever their spendings may be. So I don't think it is unusual or uncommon for Hollywood celebrities. In fact, wait to find out or come to find out how much some of your favorite celebrities spend on a daily basis or monthly. It is crazy. It is ridiculous. Ah, so it is celebrity. So to them, they are living their life.
According to reporter Dennis Bryan, Teyana's CPA alleged that Iman also spends $10,000 and $500 for lunch per month and $19,000 a month on travel going from South Atlanta to Alpharetta for work. Well, Teyana didn't hold back in her lawsuit, dropping bombshell after bombshell about why she had been considering divorce long before she actually filed. According to her, Iman's behavior had been a problem for years. She claimed he had been cheating on her before they even got married, and it didn't stop there. Even during both of her pregnancies, he allegedly kept stepping out on her. But if that wasn't disrespectful enough, she also accused him of crossing a whole new line by sending photos of himself and their 2-month-old baby to women she suspected he was messing around with. Iman, of course, tried to turn the tables, claiming that she had been unfaithful too, but Teyana shut that down real quick. She made it clear that the only time she entertained other people was when they were on a break because of his cheating in the first place. According to her lawyer, Teyana Taylor was legally separated when she dated and not while she was still with him. She never cheated on him while they were together. Well, Teyana didn't even have to do much talking about Iman's cheating because let's be real a second, for a millisecond, everybody knows that he's a little cheating man. His reputation for stepping out was practically public record at this point. He had been caught up in so many scandals, you think infidelity was his side hustle, but no, Brokey was not getting paid to cheat. But the worst part, he never even tried to keep it low-key or spare Teyana the embarrassment. But not long after they tied the knot, the streets started buzzing with rumors about him messing around with another woman. Things got even messier when whispers spread that this wasn't just a random fling. Teyana and Iman had allegedly been in a 3-way relationship with this woman. Given how open Teyana has been in the past about them occasionally bringing a third into their bedroom, the rumor wasn't exactly shocking, but it definitely made people side-eye the situation even more because things got even spicier when Teyana suddenly wiped both her Instagram and Twitter accounts, which only fueled speculation that the rumors about Iman cheating just 2 months into their marriage were true. People started connecting the dots, convinced that their social media disappearance was a sign that something was definitely up. But Teyana wasn't about to let the internet run wild with their theories. She popped back up and shut it all down, denying the rumor.
But let me even say this because I mean, it's celebrities, right? So they do all of this weird and crazy stuff and all get away with. But the minute you are married or you're in a relationship and you and your spouse or you agree with your spouse or your partner that you guys or you both want to entertain a third party in the relationship for whatever fantasizing or whatever fantasy you have, then you that is a window or you are just opening the door to cheating or one of your partner to potentially cheat or your partner to potentially cheat. You're just opening the window because no sane person would sit and say, oh, well, they entertain an open relationship or entertain a threesome and then expect their partner not to go do that same thing behind their back or go taste whatever they tasted behind their back. Come on now, come on. And we know in Hollywood it is not uncommon for them to get into this crazy thing. But it seems like somebody entertained or opened the window and gave room for the partner to cheat, which is insane.
Modern fans for being way too invested in her business and for getting the story all wrong. She wrote, I've never seen or touched that girl in my life. My page is gone because I'm upset at Def Jam for not dropping my damn WTP video one time per usual. It's really sad the lies are entertained so much more than the truth. Iman is not dumb and he knew I'd kill him. End of story. Well, that definitely wasn't the last time Iman was accused of cheating on Teyana. At one point, it got so bad that she started looking like a side piece in her own marriage, while Iman was out here entertaining half the women in Atlanta like it was his full-time job. Well, in 2023, a TikTok user stirred the pot even more when she acted out a dramatic scenario based on a tip she allegedly got from one of Teyana's assistants. Without dropping names, she described a famous singer whose husband was a former NBA player who just so happened to be a serial cheater. According to the story, his constant infidelity shattered the wife so badly that she ended up in the hospital from sheer heartbreak. The internet didn't do much to connect the dots, and all their eyes were immediately on Teyana and Iman. She went on to reveal that the real reason the mystery woman had been hospitalized was that she had used too much nose candy, got OD'd, and had to cancel a show that she was scheduled to perform at. The woman didn't name Teyana or Iman, but everybody put the pieces together to this puzzle, realized that she had to be talking about Teyana and Iman. A couple of months before the TikToker made the video, Teyana posted a picture of herself in the hospital and announced that she was canceling her performance. She wrote, y'all know I've been leaving it all on the stage for a month straight, so I'm really saddened to have not been able to do the same for you last night. My team and I tried everything down to the very last second to get me on that stage, but my body simply just gave out, shut down. My body actually low-key betrayed me. Now, it can be pretty commonplace for artists to overwork themselves and suffer from exhaustion, especially when they're on tour. So people bought Teyana's excuse, but when the TikToker made that video, fans suddenly started doubting Teyana's story, believing that she really got affected by Iman's cheating. And Teyana also caught the shade because she took to Instagram to clap right back, saying, "The person who sent in this Cap TikTok story is a fool. The person who reenacted the Cap story is a fool, and she better have her court coin ready. Most importantly, where's the proof of tea? Where are the receipts? Oh, nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, can make Petunia overdose on a dang thing. I'd kill Iman Fine, put him in a nice suit, and bury him my dang self before I ever let him or anybody push me to take myself out." Ooh, but let's be real. I'm not saying that Teyana was perfect or that she didn't make any mistakes in the marriage. But if there's one thing that we can all agree on, is that she went above and beyond to protect Iman, the relationship, and their kids. She was always in defense mode, constantly shutting down rumors and making sure their business stayed as private as possible. But no matter
Or maybe she was just trying to protect her marriage and still believe that there whatever can be resolved, and didn't want to put out a business or a marriage falling apart in the public eye. Just for the love of God, just maybe she tried to save, or tried to be in the um in some way to save the marriage for the sake of the kids. Just maybe we're giving her the benefit of the doubt, right? Because there are some people that just don't want the relationship to fall apart, that just want to try every way to save that marriage and make sure that, okay, they resolve whatever issues. Because that's why I keep saying, or that's why on this channel we keep saying that for people who are getting together, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, what are you willing to compromise, and what are the things that you're willing to let go in a marriage and all that? Are you also willing to, like, look past some things or some issues, or some issues that you think are gonna be resolvable? Also, what are your boundaries, and also what are the things that you are willing and ready to just look past and forgive your partner on? Those are the hard, long conversations some people really need to have. And really, some people do a deep dive on that, some don't. But maybe, just maybe, she was trying to save the marriage, even though she knew that it was kind of falling apart. She was trying to hold it together, and she just didn't want to believe it until it meets her in the eye. Maybe, just maybe.
how hard she tried to keep things together, it all came crashing down last year. We had another side chick put him on blast. This time there was no room for denial, and homegirl came with receipts. She posted a video as clear as day. You could hear Iman's voice in the background. At that point, there was just no saving face, and the jig was all the way up. You could do damage. You could do damage. But she didn't stop there, because she also posted this picture. But it was 100% confirmed that she posted a picture of herself wearing Iman's chain. And we knew for a fact that she and Iman were messing around with each other on the low-low. Then Teyana immediately rushed to defend Iman, even at that time, saying, "In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while. To be 1000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We are still one heck of a team when it comes to co-parenting our two beautiful children. The only reason I'm even sharing this part of the chat is because the narratives are getting a little too out of hand, and it's unfair to all the parties involved, and I hope this provides some clarity for y'all." Well, the evidence was right there, plain as day, so there was no way for Iman to talk his way out of it. A quick Google search could have put up a long list of cheating scandals, so he knew better than to try anything to deny it. Instead, he went for a different approach, flipping the script and painting Teyana as the problem. Not after she defended him, because rather than owning up to his actions, he tried to make her out to be the aggressive one, claiming that she had a habit of getting physical with him whenever she was upset. He spoke about an alleged instance, saying, "I was downstairs with my headphones playing on my PlayStation and she started hitting me. I used to work with special ed kids and was taught to hold them from behind with a bear hug to calm them down. I yelled for my siblings and went upstairs where my mother was at." However, Teyana was not about to let that narrative fly, and she went into great detail about how Iman was terrible to her and the kids. Teyana accused Iman of being jealous about her fame and feeling insecure about being good enough for her, despite the fact that he was earning way more playing basketball than she could ever dream of making in music. She also claimed that he hated whenever they were out at events, and that the paparazzi told him to step out of the way so that they could get solo shots of Teyana. She also revealed that he was insecure about her fame, and he often would send her text messages with condescending and manipulative language in response to her being in the spotlight. She claims he would pick fights with her for no reason, even on her birthday, and then apologize. Given insecurity and a little bit of narcissism. Well, Teyana later opened up about just how much she sacrificed to keep the peace in their marriage. Things got so bad that she felt like she had to dim her own light just to make the relationship work. But even that wasn't enough. No matter what she did, Iman always found a reason to be upset. In an effort to keep things calm, she even turned down acting roles after giving birth, hoping it would bring more stability to their home. That decision came with a price. With fewer projects, she wasn't bringing in as much money, and that's when Iman suddenly had a problem. After After years of being the one to hold things down, she found herself getting criticized for not contributing financially. It was just a lose-lose situation, and at that point, it was clear that no matter what she did, it was never going to be enough for him.
Now that is crazy and that is messed up because you being with your partner, I mean, the both of them are celebrities, right? And your partner is like insecure about your success or in competition with you with your success and all that, or is in his mind he doesn't want you to outshine him. It don't make any damn sense. If any part of that is supposed to be true, it doesn't make any damn sense. Now, this is the reason why lots of time all Hollywood relationships kind of fall apart because one partner is out there trying to say, oh, they don't want their partner to outshine them when the both of you are supposed to work together, whether you like it or not. Both of you can be successful together, or one person can be successful and both of you can be happy together for the family, for the success. Because when one person is successful, it's gonna be for both of you all and your kids involved and for the family. I don't think it's just for one person, but you see selfishness at play and all that is crazy. That's why sometimes you wonder why Hollywood relationship fall apart. Yeah, most of the time insecurity, jealousy, competitiveness, they just can't deal. And some people with their ego, they can't deal with it. Like when one part somebody is, they are not constantly given the spotlight. Some people just can't deal with it.
She also reported that Teyana says she fought to keep their family together, despite Iman being extremely emotionally and mentally abusive towards her. Teyana says she tried to stay with Iman from thick and thin, but says he reacted with further cruel treatment and selfishness. After she secretly filed for divorce, she says Iman insisted on them getting back together, only to be lackadaisical and inconsistent and become involved in another cheating scandal, which she says was embarrassing and humiliating. Well, Teyana also added that she fought to keep their family together despite Iman being extremely emotionally and mentally towards her. She claimed that she used her connections to get Iman gigs in Hollywood as his NBA career wound down, but says he unfortunately insisted on bickering to the point where in 2021 she began the divorce process. However, she called off the divorce and they made up, but that ended after a short while because Iman remained in an insecure state as his NBA career continued to wind down. In the court documents, Teyana revealed that in 2022 she found herself being manipulated and controlled by Iman and filed for divorce, only to ask her legal team to withdraw the filing one day later. Well, Teyana added that she finally pulled the trigger in January last year because she was unable to handle the emotional roller coaster. Y'all, we could go on and on about how he went out of his way to make life difficult for Teyana, but I think y'all get the gist. But anyway, the divorce was finalized and they both moved on with their lives, and Iman was then spotted out with a couple of women. But we have no idea how serious his love life is because it just seems like he has a long list of flings. But Teyana, on the other hand, baby, she's been keeping a low profile regarding her love life until now, that is, because she just popped up with none other than Mr. Mufasa himself, Pierre. And listen, they are not even going to try to be discreet about this relationship. No, they're out here putting it all on display like it's a red carpet rollout. So first, they popped up together at the 15% Pledge program, and just a few days later, they made another joint appearance at the American Black Film Festival Gala. And y'all, when I tell you they look good together, they look good together, because woo-wee, they were giving effortless power couple energy. But the real moment, ooh, that hug when he won a Rising Star Award. Let's not even act like we don't see it, because that wasn't just a friendly congratulations hug. That was a whole embrace of bodies and black love. If anybody had any doubts about what was going on between them, the hug alone answered all the questions. To say, fans have been living for the relationship, and it looks like everybody's loving that for them, except her ex, of course, Iman, that is, because according to an insider, he has been crashing out over this, with Teyana moving on because he's expected her to be at home with the kids, being a whole mom, not running around with a man, let alone Mr. Mufasa, okay? Yeah, it sounds like Iman is on that BS because he is really salty over her finding a new man, so salty that there are now reports that he might be trying to take the kids away from her out of spite. It's kind of rich, though. Like, that's rich, considering that Teyana accused him of being an absentee father. She accused him of failing to provide proper care for their two children, even neglecting to feed them while they were in his care. According to reports, Teyana added that Iman smokes around the kids and is occasionally under the influence while looking after them. One specific incident outlined in the documents alleged that Shumpert placed the children in a rideshare in Chicago, having them dropped off at a United Center unaccompanied, while he used a private driver for his own transportation to the arena. To put into perspective how bad that was, both kids were under 8 at the time, and they were in a city that they weren't familiar with. Y'all, it's just a lot. Even worse, Teyana claimed that Iman wasn't exactly eager to spend time with their kids, even when she offered. According to reports, several witnesses testified that Teyana Taylor has constantly offered her ex additional time with their daughters, but he refused due to his work schedule. He allegedly said a 3-day heads up is not enough notice to offer him extra parenting time. So it's clear that the only reason he's threatening custody is that Teyana found a new man. And it's a little bit interesting to see how he's crashing out like this. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all feel about this. Do y'all think that Mr. Mufasa, Aaron Pierre, is looking good with Teyana Taylor? Or are y'all just jealous? Drop your thoughts and comments below and then check out this next video.
I don't think Aaron Pierre and Teyana are in a relationship. I don't think they are dating. But even if they are, as long as they've not come to tell us that they are dating, then let it just be. Because I know lots of people are dying to know who Aaron is dating or who he's in a relationship with. And so hence the idea or this thought that is flying here and there to say he's in a relationship with Teyana and all that. I don't think the both of them are in a relationship at all. Maybe they are just friends, Hollywood friends, and people can be friends in Hollywood, close friends without that type of relationship and all that. I don't think they are. They may just be good friends. You get what I mean? But I don't think they are. But even if they are, and they want to keep it private, good for them. Let them enjoy the relationship in private without people or Hollywood being in their relationship and all that. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I really love your thoughts and your contribution at the end of your contribution in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.